What's up guys, welcome back to Gladiator Stripe. My name is Grisha and behind me might be the only shoe that I will ever review on this channel because this is the only shoe that I was ever excited about the launch of. This is the Endure PRO Boa.
You just take me back again. I always wanted to be more than friends. I never wanted us to ever end again. And why don't you just take me back again? I always wanted to be more than friends. I never wanted us to ever end.
But before we get to the actual review, let's flash back to Paris and more specifically to the head house at Roland Garros, where I got my pair of the Endure PRO Boas.
At the airport waiting to board the flight to Paris. Rocking a very casual fit. Check out those chihuahuas over there.
A couple hours after boarding the plane, I was already in the taxi on my way to Roland Garros. Was definitely not expecting my Uber to be a Tesla, but that was just the first good surprise of the day. That is one beautiful Concorde, but it's time for the second surprise.
We have some gifts from Head. Ooh, exciting. This is very cute.
So first and foremost, we have the white shorts and the white t-shirt, and honestly this outfit is giving me more like Wimbledon vibes rather than Roland Garros because clearly, you know, it's all white, but I'm loving the fabric and it just feels really nice to the touch. But let's see what else we got in the bag. We got some classic gray sweatpants and gray jacket, and honestly, thank God Head gave me this because I have absolutely nothing warm in my bag with me because I was not expecting this kind of weather in Paris. Should have checked the forecast, but hey, this is gonna absolutely carry me tomorrow. But it's time to get some rest and have something to eat. After crossing the road from my hotel to get some roasted chicken for dinner, I've spent some time appreciating the rainy Paris and got ready for the next day, which was filled with awesome events, people and products at the head house. Glad we have finally arrived at the head house, and it's quite nice. Follow me. So we have the clay courts to both sides, this beautiful alley that makes you feel special when you walk. The main area where we're currently chilling, which is like a terrace, with the breakfast, the yogurts and things like that. Then we have the interview stand over there with the head balls. And then we have this exposition with the evolution of the racket's head size, ranging from this small little guy to what we're playing with right now. Something special is going on behind that door, but I don't know what it is. And then we have some rackets, grips, caps, and all of the other goodies that Head is making. What was actually going on behind that door was the presentation of the new Head Endure PRO Boa. We were teased with the revolutionary BOA implementation in a tennis shoe and the even distribution of the pressure from the laces, and then we're given the laced version to keep that tease for longer. And I have to say that it was very comfortable, easy to wear, and at least for me, I didn't need any break in time. They fit me like a glove right away. So we got the laced version of the new Head shoe. It looks like this, actually not bad. First time they're using Head logo as in like written in letters on their tennis shoes. And they're actually very comfy. And I'm usually never excited for like a shoe because, you know, in the end of the day, okay, yes, shoes are important in tennis for sure, but like most of the brands do the job decent enough for you know, most players. But like this time, I'm actually very excited to test out the shoe and see how it feels, if it actually makes a difference, if it's that big of a game changer as it's so far seems to me, because I think that it could actually make a big difference in the shoe game. And I'm surprised that Head are the ones who did it first, you know, because you don't think of Head usually as the brand for tennis shoes, but it seems like they might be. Glad was just given the new Endure PRO Boa. I don't know if my expectations are too high for these shoes to meet them, but let's put them on and see how they perform. Opa! That's a bag for the shoes. There's a little paper explaining everything, all of the technologies in the shoe, and of course, the shoe themselves. It's very unusual to see them from the top like this because there aren't other tennis shoes that look like this from the top, right? This is the clay version. Here's the breathing, that's where the air comes in. If you step into water, water's also gonna come inside there, so it's actual ventilation. Listen guys, the fit is really good. This Boya thing is really good.
I'm very much looking forward to actually playtesting these shoes because they are, I want to say, revolutionary, game changer. Yeah.
So after putting the BOA Endures on, we went to playtest them on court where they once again proved to be one hell of a shoe. We got to playtest them with this guy, by the way, but more on that in a future video, so definitely stay tuned. It's honestly very hard for me to say what exactly I love the most about this shoe, but if you guys are already convinced that you want to get a pair of these for yourselves, like always, the link to get these is going to be down in the description below, together with our exclusive discount code that will save you some cash and that also really helps the channel. And I know that this isn't exactly the cheapest shoe you can get on the market, but it's definitely worth giving it a try because this thing is just on another level. But yes, I can't decide. Is it the comfort, the stability, or maybe the lightweight, even though I'm not even that sure if they're that light, but at least they feel light. And of course, it's the combination of all these factors, and the implementation of the BOA technology is just a massive, massive bonus for me that would make me pick this shoe over any other shoe available on the market right now. And I'm sure it's also going to be a huge one for those of you lads who like tightening their shoelaces slightly in between the points, because this is probably the easiest way to do that. Also, this BOA thingy actually has a lifetime warranty, so you really don't have to worry about breaking it, because you're most likely gonna wear out the sole way faster than you're actually gonna break the BOA itself. And although Head has never been a brand that you'd think of anytime you'd think of a tennis shoe, in the last few years, Head has been working super hard on improving their shoe game, and at this point have put themselves on the map as one of the best tennis shoe manufacturers out there. But I feel like the recognition is yet to come. But this Endure PRO Boa is definitely a huge step in the right direction. And that's not to mention all of the other less revolutionary shoes that are laced in their collection that are super comfortable to wear, stable and light. So much so that since I have these guys, I'm picking them over most of the other shoes I have in my collection when heading out to a practice, and that says a lot about just how much I like these. But that's it for me for today. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Huge thanks to Head Tennis for organizing this trip. It was absolutely awesome. Don't forget that the links to get these and the lace version are down in the description below. You're watching Gladiator Strive. My name is Grisha, and I will see you glads in the next one. Bye-bye.